You emailed it?
Good morning. I'd like to call to order today, Friday, December 13th, Town of Selma's Special Tourism Advisory Board meeting. Good morning. All right, can we jump right in? Okay, sounds good. So we don't need to call approval for anything then, we're good? Okay. Okay, sounds good. Can I get an approval of the agenda, or all those in favor?
I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda.
Can I have a second?
I second.
All right, we're gonna scoot right into marketing materials and 2025 project timeline. We were having an issue with printer this morning, so I'm going to email you all an outline of some things that I have put together for Railroad Days. We are obviously behind the 8 ball on Railroad Days. I know we are probably, we're 10 months away, 10 and a half months away. Nikki, Cheryl, Susan, Albert, Rosa. 2, 3, 4. That's it. We're good. I'm gonna send that to you guys right now. So we need to get an approval. Can we just jump into that? Because that's the only thing that we're approving for today. Yes. Okay. So we're gonna jump in while this is sending to you guys. We discussed the raising or taking of some of the budget money that we are not spending on refinaling the billboards. And we had a couple other line items that we have not gotten to. We're going to take some of that money and put it into the larger ad for the Livability magazine. So last year, as you guys saw, we had the half page for Livability. And then when we did our budgets for this year, we decided to go with a smaller one because we were budget cuts. We were trying to go in and really be, I guess, a little bit more frugal on those things. But now that we have the money, we discussed putting that money back into the Livability, especially because our sister towns have much larger spreads. So I know we all said yes to that. We just need to approve that today to make sure that we're all on board. Yes, ma'am.
I had a question about the data from last year's ad. Did they tell you how many click-throughs or how many impressions?
Yes.
And how many copies are they printing?
Yes. Nikki, can you grab that stack, that folded stack? That's what I gave back to you, but I think there's an outline of numbers in there from,
Oh, I'd love
thank
to
you
see
so
that.
much. You guys want to pass this down? There we go.
Thank you.
So there were, from May to November, we had 16.8 views for the digital magazine with an average read time of 3 minutes and 20 seconds, which is pretty good considering the market average is 2 minutes. So the content's doing what it needs to. Average engagement rate with community pages on the website is a 94.57, with the average session duration at 1 minute and 30 seconds. What else is on here? Social media, there was the Discover Triangle East region of North Carolina. There was 37,000, a little bit more than 37,000 impressions, a little over 2,000 impressions, and about 1,800 post clicks. What other information were you looking for?
For your ad, did they show you a click-through rate for particularly your ad on the digital platform?
Did that come through?
I asked for the data on all clicks.
Yep.
And what he provided was the data that he was able to give us.
Okay. They might be able to get more information. I know that the representative from Livability has changed, and that was a cause for delay in that information getting to us. So I'm sure we could get some more information on that. We've given him a little bit more time to get that data together.
And in case you, unless something has changed, the bill will not be impacted.
Okay. Okay.
No, that's good info.
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're changing. It's a difference of $2,085. So we're going from the smaller ad back up to the same size that we had this year. It did go up less than $100. It's now $45.85. And I went before council on Tuesday night and we got what's the word for it? A tentative approval based on today's approval. So council has already approved this as long as we approve today.
Which we need to approve today.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm good to go. All right. All All right, do I have a motion to approve the changes from our current budget amount to the 4585 for the larger size of the livability ad?
Myself.
What, first and a second?
Second.
Thank you. Okay, I'm emailing them, but yeah, if I could have a copy, that'd be great. And I guess I could scoot around the other copy. But I'm gonna send it over to them right now. Thank you. Oh, you got them all printed? Wait, how many? Oh, okay. Well, there's one. Two. Thank you for printing these. There we go. Send that to you. Okay, so we're not gonna go into super in-depth in this, so we can keep our timeline together for this morning. But I'd like everyone to review this when you leave today or as you are right now. And I'd love for you to make notes and send this back individually. What we're really trying to do between myself and Nikki is try to figure out a streamlined process for Railroad Days with all of us. Obviously, we are a volunteer committee, and this is a lot of time that comes from this, and I understand that, and I appreciate everyone giving your time to this. So we're trying to make this as organized as possible with a couple subcommittees that would be handling sponsorships and marketing, main stage and local entertainment, vendors and food truck / parade registrations, and amusement and train attractions. If there is something that is your jam over something else, please let me know, so that way I can give you something that you're enjoying and not something that is a daunting task for you. And yeah, so if you could just read over this, it has some ideas for different types of entertainment and things. Obviously, we've been tasked with going huge for the 50th. And to do that, obviously, we need to keep in mind how we get the money for this, how we fundraise for it, where we're going to spend that money, and the best bang for our dollar. So, I mean, do you want me to go in depth into this, or are we okay to just keep? Okay.
There were a few other things that I just
Yeah, let's go over those then.
images for the Reed's Vine.
Yep.
That
Thank you.
the business were shared.
Yep. I mean, I think it's good. I like less words on things, and I think it's pretty straightforward.
And even, we're okay with just, even though the coffee shop's gonna be gone, keeping that image on?
From my understanding, and you can't quote me on this, the coffee shop is being sold, like the business
Okay.
itself is
All right.
being sold, so it,
I just don't wanna
whoever,
reflect something that,
unless there's any other
that's not gonna
information
be
you
there.
wanna give.
oh, at the coffee
Yeah.
shop? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm good with it.
Cool. Yep. Motion approved. Okay. Okay, motion to recommend to council for the revinyling of the Reed's vinyl. First,
I'll make the motion.
okay, in a
I'll
second.
second.
Thank you, Cheryl.
We had a few revisions made to the rack card, and we want to make sure that they are able to. If you don't mind, taking a look at this, I am double checking myself on this draft that
Thank you.
was sent back as far as the date and everything, but the main changes, we added the Visit Selma Instagram, which has been created. They are working on connecting it to the Visit Selma Facebook page. I think we're into a roadblock, so we're working on that to get that connected. But it is up. So that will be, that was added to the Instagram. And there was, I think, a change in one of the dates for Rock on Record in September, just to adjust that to the one date. And then the yard sale date, I believe, was the other change. So not many revisions at all for the first one that was sent, but just just wanted you guys to take another look at it, print it in hand.
Can I ask just one question? I know we have the picture of the car show. Is that something that could get on there? Since it's a picture on there? I'm sorry. Because we have a picture of it, but then it's not listed, and that was a huge draw for us this year.
So that is actually,
Isn't that a car show?
But I'm saying there's not a date like correlating to it.
Oh,
that is actually part of the 50th.
Railroad.
So it's gonna be on one of those nights?
It's one of those days. The group that brought it this year.
Yeah.
Actually confirmed they were available. We had discussions right after their car show this year.
Yeah.
To see if they would be able to have one. They had to get their club together and discuss it. And from my understanding, they actually confirmed that with Natalie on November 4th. I just got that yesterday.
Okay.
That had been confirmed, so.
Do we know what day yet, though?
As far as I know, the Saturday of Railroad Days, but I'm gonna get that. So, that's actually part of the Railroad Days discussion, to be an option to connect downtown to.
On Railroad? Okay.
So, but that is all tentative, none of those details have been discussed.
Okay.
That's actually something that's gonna go for you guys.
Yeah.
To, get your input on the layout, all of that.
Yes.
Um,
I did put some of that in that thing that I sent out to you guys too, about a little bit about layout.
But there are actually several attractions that I have noted in.
Yep.
That we're working on reaching out to all of some different vendors to bring some visual things that can be some different types of attractions and activities throughout the.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So that's why it's not on that list. That
Okay.
I presented as a separate event.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Pictures look good. Yeah.
Looks very nice.
Yeah, I think it's good. Yes, ma'am.
Question on the quantity, because we printed 3,500 last year, is that enough? I mean, what we send out from Visitors Bureau to Welcome Centers, Visitor Centers, we send out half of those right away, and ask Nikki, did the rest of them get distributed, and do we need to print more?
Well, I feel like
3,500?
I can only speak for myself as a business owner. Now that I know that you had a representative that came and they were asking everybody for placements downtown if they wanted a board, I can speak for myself and probably some of the other business owners. If that's going to be hung, then I know we're going to want things in there. So I would assume that would take a good portion of those then.
Well, and we're still 6 months, we've got about 6 months left in the budget, so we would probably be able to reprint, we wanted to only print a portion now, and then reprint a portion, mid-year or something like that.
Okay.
If we needed to, so if we don't wanna print the whole, you know.
Yeah.
I would say print 5,000.
I think that would.
I think that sounds-
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
I agree.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Especially since we're at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But we can always.
Yeah.
And if we see that a lot of them are gone and we need to reprint, we budget for that.
Okay. That sounds good.
But we can also discuss that cost of the budget. Last budget that we
Mm-hmm.
discussed, so when we do budget discussions, then we can kind of
Okay.
adjust that.
Okay. That sounds good. Is that it that you had?
You guys, livability, I know we said this was.
Yes. And then we have two questions as well. James, you want to start?
Yes, how do James Citizen keep up with this information? Plus, as a representative of the Johnson County Tourism Board, how do I keep up with what this committee is actually doing so that I can be informed?
I can't speak on behalf of like the town side. On my side, on what I would think would be, we post our meetings, so they're open for anybody to attend.
They're reported, right?
They're recorded on YouTube. I mean, is there like a outline of, I mean, there's the minutes that
So
are,
the agenda and the minutes are both posted on the website,
Mhm.
but there's also, what you call where you can subscribe to receive notifications about specific meetings and, so on. So it could be tourism, it could be appearance, it could be whatever. But if you go to the website, to the actual page,
Mhm.
that's the agendas are located.
and that's for anyone?
You can
Okay.
subscribe, and when a special meeting is called and
Mhm.
there's a notification sent out for that, anybody that has checked to receive that specific
Yep.
notification, would get that. And we are trying to put those in the newsletters and, different ways of communicating
Yeah.
that option.
Okay, so I can go to the Chairman Selma webpage.
And a link for the YouTube.
Ma'am?
Is the, 4x9 calendar, brochure, is that approved, or does that have to go to town council?
The 4x9?
The one that we just
Oh, this one?
The original layout, everything was approved by, was presented, I believe, last year, so these would, it just been the printed marketing.
I would think it would just be a, like a,
I think it would, it's just, we could do it as a recommendation. Sure. Cause the list.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
the
and when would
list-
that go in front of them? When do you need it?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you got events in January, so that's why we
Right.
started
Yeah.
a month ago to get this approved.
The information has already been approved because the dates, the events have been approved.
So then does this really need to go in front of council? I don't really think it
I
would.
don't think it needs
would.
to be for approval,
Yeah,
because this is the layout that we already used.
yeah, yeah,
From before, so the dates have been approved. as
Yeah.
far as the annual dates, and that's why we put it in front of them, so we can get the
yeah, I would say that it,
marketing
then no,
for that. So
yeah. So I think we're good to go then? Is that okay, Dalton? Okay. Okay, sounds good. All right, a motion to approve our 4x9 calendar.
I make a motion to approve the Selma 2025 4x9 calendar.
Perfect, a second?
I said.
Thank you. Yes.
When can I expect the vendor to get it?
An answer by the end of today. Awesome. Thank you. All right, livability.
You have three different variations in front of you with some updated photographs and content. All of this is adjustable, and we'll take any input regarding this.
I personally really like the one with the 4 pictures on the bottom.
I like that too. Would you like that one? Which one do you like?
Yes.
I like that one.
Okay.
I just think the visit, explore, and stay needs to be in white,
I agree with that.
I
That-
mean,
it is dark on
but
that
I
one.
love the stamp.
Yes.
So the 1867, that's
Yes,
a cool
yes,
little
I agree.
addition. And I like the photos they picked
So
there.
can you make that white?
And if you guys want me to send this to Visitors Bureau to get their input and any suggestions that they want to add to it, we can do that. Back to you guys.
I mean, I think we're good with it. I think it looks great.
I do think we need to make sure it's not, get the format the same, but I just want to put the content in front of you. So if you want to, it's up to you guys, if you want to go on and recommend this layout content,
Okay.
then that is fine.
What do you, how do you two feel about this? What do you
I
like?
like the 4 pictures on the bottom as well.
Albert?
Which one do you like the best?
I like this one too, though.
Yeah.
We're looking at the 4 so far, but change the visit, explore, stay to white, so it pops.
Yeah, change this to
Me
white.
too. Yeah,
And
yeah, I
then
agree
do
with
like
that.
the one with the 4 pictures on the bottom there.
I really love the verbiage, stay where the tracks and people meet at the that's really cute.
I do too.
I really like that. That's good verbiage. I like that. What do you think, Albert?
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
So a motion to approve or,
Let's get it done.
Can I just split that with the white and the dark background?
Right.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so right, it should be white. Yep, that's what he's gonna do, yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So can I get a motion to recommend to council the ad that has the 4 pictures on the bottom, and we're going with the changes of changing the Visit, Explore, and Stay to white.
I will make a motion.
I second.
Thank you. Awesome. Anything else from you, Nikki?
No, I think that, these are good things on there, the more content for start the year with.
I think last year we started with,
Run, Polar Run, I think.
yeah. Yeah,
And we do, I will show you that we do bring people from outside of our community. That's up to you guys if you feel like that is something that needs to go on that. But I have it in our 2025 planning, or hopefully another meeting in early
Yeah.
January, to do the 2025 content for that.
okay.
That's up to you guys.
Wait, so our meeting in January would be for the January board?
No, that
Oh,
would
okay.
be the remaining.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, okay,
But I want.
yeah,
So I even think we just, the tourism committee suggest, recommends whether we stick with an event for January or, maybe an event and a generic billboard.
yeah, yeah.
But just your suggestion on that. They'll put it together.
I mean, I think those 2 recommendations are good. We do the polar bear run and then a
I think we
generic.
should always do a generic.
Yeah.
Just keep that, flowing all year
Yeah.
round.
All right,
And
so that,
people constantly see that. It's-
exactly. So that would just make a recommendation? Is that the proper?
We have not been getting the council to approve in all of the digital billboards. that go.
That's true, yeah.
To me, it's a recommendation from tourism, just to state the content that we go through.
Okay, so recommendation for the polar bear run and a generic downtown billboard. All right, we're good? We don't need to go to council, right?
I don't.
Okay.
And then, so I think that's it for the marketing.
Okay.
If you guys are good with that.
Yep.
I have some. Yes, absolutely.
Hey, back in November, we met with Nikki concerning the new visitors guide for Selma.
Yes.
And we've pulled some content, we've worked on some concept layouts of how this brochure would fold, the size that it needs to be. One side would be a large map of the whole Selma area, including downtown, exit 97, exit 98, and all the, showing the 301 corridor as well. On the inside, it would be visitors guide, data about individual listings, and copy and photographs. What we want to show you today is just a concept fold, and it's not designed, it's just a general, here's what goes on this side, here's what goes on that side, and then we'll work on the content and the design once the committee feels like we are moving in the right direction on this layout. And we have 2 options for a number of printing. 10,000 of these would run about $4,000, and I do recommend at least 10,000 of these. You want to print this probably once a year, just because businesses, change names, get sold. So you want your data to be as fresh as it can be in this guide when you print it. So I want to give this to you guys and show you, it is a double gate, what we call a double gate fold. Instead of folding out like the maps we do that go this way, this is going to fold like an accordion
Okay.
out for you.
We printed 30,000 of these, there's 9 major welcome centers in North Carolina. I'm not sure if you're interested in going to all the major welcome centers on the North Carolina line. You can ship, 300 to 500 to each one of them. So
How many get
I'm
sent
just saying
currently?
that, think about that in your numbers and how many you print.
We normally send about 500 to I-95 north and south.
Okay.
And maybe 100 to the other welcome centers, which are around
I-40, 77, they're all over the Okay.
state, the rest of them around the state. But my majority of our visitors are coming down, 95, so we keep them there.
Okay.
So, I like Vanna here, but, the front cover would open up, this is where you start a double gatefold, and it'll go out like this, and out like that.
Okay.
And this is your, what we're calling the, actually. And this is your map across here. Cover, front cover, welcome, and content on the other side. This is one side, this is generally the size of this is gonna be 18 by 24 inches.
I like that
Comes
fold.
the inside, where you have things to do, shopping, dining,
Okay.
events, those kind of things will be copied on the inside.
It's really terrific.
Eric does all this
Yeah, that's
fancy
good.
folding stuff.
Wow, okay.
So wait,
Now it's like any map, I can't fold it back.
we're doing the map of Selma, like the broad map.
Yep.
The large area.
Okay, and then the
map.
downtown will just be things to do.
Inside will be things to do, places to shop, dining. But this larger map has some called out gray, purple areas for regions, which so people could see, this is your downtown region, this is Eastfield, et cetera. So exit 98 all the way down Pollock Street, you can see some of the major shopping areas for places people would go.
That's really helpful.
And they've got Eastfield obviously on there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I can't see.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That's
all.
all.
Leave this for you guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
You can figure out how to fold it.
Yeah, it's like a tent, it never goes back in the bag.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay.
Actually gonna drill down into, the Rip-Off, downtown directory that you guys
Mhm.
looked at.
Yep.
Before, they're actually gonna drill down for downtown, for that to be here in downtown as well.
Great.
Okay.
That's what I was
This
hoping.
really needed to be redone because it had.
Yeah.
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 Especially with all the new shopping in Eastfield and all
Yeah.
that needs to be done.
All right, awesome.
Okay, so, anything else marketing wise?
If you approve this layout, we will start working with Nikki on the other parts of it and start bringing a design to you probably in
Well, let's do that.
Yeah.
February.
Let's definitely approve of that.
Yeah.
Does this have to go in front of council?
Not for the
For
layout,
fold.
for
Okay.
us to just approve layout, because it's not finalized, so.
Okay,
For that to be approved, no.
okay,
That would just be for them to continue their.
okay, so we're just motioning to approve for the Visitors Bureau,
For the design.
right? For the
And
layout?
they, I sent them over a folder full of photos, that have been used on the records.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that if they need some recognition or something. we can
Okay.
work together.
Yeah, all right, so can we get a motion to approve this layout?
I make a motion to approve the layout.
Second?
You go ahead.
Ms. Rosa, thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else, marketing?
Nope.
So I'll make this short and sweet. 2025 planning.
Yep.
That is, we still have some projects that we're budgeted for in the 24-25 year that we have not started on. So we really need to decide if we're going to proceed with those this year.
Yep.
Or if we're going to adjust and see what we can do. Did you receive any input for the wayfinding, location?
No.
What do we want to do about that? Because
Excuse me.
for us to get it done within the fiscal year, like by June 30th, you're really gonna need to have some details by, I'd say, January. And that's
All right, so can we come to an agreement then for timeline? Today's the 13th, so we have 2.5 weeks left to this month. Is this something that you guys would be able to review over the next, say, 2 weeks of placement for wayfinding? You sent all of that, correct, in email?
the maps and the dots.
Yes.
Yep. I'm fine to get back with you.
We're okay with that timeline?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's give it by we'll just say the 31st, is that fair? Okay,
And we're just gonna do it over email? or-
email's fine if it's individual, correct?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, so we'll expect an email and we'll get back with you.
perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
When I was in that, but I can.
Okay, perfect, awesome. All right, so we're gonna do a 12/31 deadline for wayfinding input.
Let me just email it to you.
Yes, please, thank you.
Because it's not
And
really
then, if it's possible, can we get another meeting on the books or if everyone's,
For January?
It's as soon as possible.
Yeah.
The breakdown, I'd like to present, basically put your notes together for the real program.
Yep.
And, what I'd like to bring to committee.
Okay.
for planning, for the full,
yep,
the full week plans, so that we can get that together. So as soon as possible, so that we can work that into our budget, because budget discussions will need to start in January as well. But we'd like to release the base details for railroad days in January.
okay. So if, I'm just gonna throw out 2 dates. So if anybody could make it work for next Thursday, the 19th, or we skip and then we'd go to, I don't really know everyone's availability for the 2nd, but either the 19th or the 2nd. Okay,
I'm okay with the 19th and
Okay.
2nd. I'm here.
okay, Susan.
I'm fine.
All right, can we just shoot for the 19th then, next Thursday, so we can just get a head start on this stuff?
Yeah, can we get, your notes
Yeah,
sent
I'll
over?
email them, I'll email them as well. Yep,
So we
yep.
can really come to the table with
Yeah,
what we
I
need to be
appreciate that.
talking about.
Perfect.
Thank you. And this is Railroad Days function and how we're gonna structure.
Exactly,
Okay.
yep, yep,
that on a Thursday?
Yeah, it's, Thursday at 9:00.
yep, Thursday at 9.
See my husband's calendar, does he have a lot?
Okay. Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
okay, sounds good. All right. I think we're good then.
The railroad day timeline planning.
Yes, yes.
And
Yep.
what the committee should be thinking about is who wants to head up what division.
Yes,
So if you
so
can send us what you
these-
were telling
So
me.
she was able to print them all, so this is my notes, the one that
Okay.
I sent out, that I gave out when Nikki
Uh-huh.
came in. So this is what I was gonna email you. I can also email it over to you, but this has everything on here for, these are my thoughts.
Okay.
Okay, on where I think we should
Oh,
sit
I didn't
with.
see the second page. I get it now.
Yes,
That's
I'm
what you're
sorry.
talking
So
about,
I did the,
subcommittee.
yeah, I'm not, I just
That's
did
my
this
fault.
in Word. It's
Okay,
not the best
no, I
placement,
just didn't see the second
but it
page.
has lots of information on it. So, if you guys could, let me just quickly take 3 minutes and go over this really quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip over the purpose and stuff like that, although I think these are important things that we need to, tie down is what is our purpose? What is our overall vision for the festival? Obviously, we are a train town, but we need our festival to appeal to more people than just train enthusiasts. Obviously, you all know I'm very frank, so the wording in here is very frank. What sets us apart from other festivals in the area? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anything sets us apart besides our name and the fact that it's a train theme. I think that every town in the area uses the same entertainment. We all use the same food trucks. We all use everything the same, and we just slap a different name on it. And then we expect people to come from different areas, but pretty much giving the same thing. I think if we really want to set Railroad Days apart from everybody else, there needs to be, not just for the 50th, it needs to be bigger. It needs to be cooler things, street performers. I was looking up lots of different street performers, and we can get things that are like contortionists and flamethrowers and magicians and clowns and jugglers and just cool things. As you are walking around the festival, you are submerged in festival activities. It's not just we have music on one side that is played everywhere else, a community one that only really appeals to the people that are in our community. Yes, we'll have other people that stream by, but typically if you're from 5 towns over, you're not gonna, your highlight isn't gonna go see this town's, local performing artist. And then because we're going for a bigger, huge event this time from the 29th through the 5th, it's really important that we lock down the days that we want to have these things. We can't have a carnival every single day. I'm trying to look at this also from a business owner's perspective. The streets can't be blocked every single day. And I put down where I think if we're going to have a way bigger carnival this year, it can't be downtown because we can't block off the street for that long. And so where does it go then if we're having a lot more rides? The only street that I can really think of would be Railroad Street, because it has a longer, but now I know that we're talking about putting the car show there. But I just think of Railroad Street, we have this long ability to put a lot more rides. This year we only had kiddie rides. We need to have more adult rides to bring in more money, obviously, to help pay for it and to attract more people to spend more time here. So I was thinking on Railroad Street, it's just a long, vast area that we'd be able to put that up. And then obviously that means that the main stage would need to be moved up from there. If we could push it all the way back down right before the Rudy, these are just my thoughts, right before the Rudy. And then we need to figure out, I think, one of the biggest draws for the North Carolina State Fair is obviously food. And food brings people from everywhere. I think if we could really dial in on our food trucks and we get a lot more food trucks and we make that a huge focal point where we have tons of different food trucks from all different areas, way different types of food, but we also have the seating and the accommodations that make it comfortable to enjoy this food and to enjoy being at the festival longer. We don't really offer the best tables and chairs. We need umbrellas that are outside. We need seating throughout the festival so families and older patrons can sit down and relax as they're going around. Alcohol, I think we have our bars downtown. I do think that when you have larger festivals, it's something that needs to be handled. We need a little bit more of it. We need some beer reps to come in. I know we talked about it last year, but I don't think we really hit the mark on it this year in the sense of
We only
like,
had one person that was not, they were like a meat company,
yeah,
and they were in the community section, and they were bummed because
Yes,
they didn't
yes.
understand why.
I think we need to group these things of like things together instead of just maybe so far apart. I think in our thought process this year, we thought, oh, it'd be great because then it gets people mingling and walking around. But I think that some people get skipped in that because we're not always walking around as much as people think. In the sense of like, if I'm not going to go towards the community stage if that's not something that really is like tickling my fancy. Music, I think we need to attempt to get some different types of entertainment. We have, like I said already, we have the same bands that we always have for everything. And obviously it's hard for us because Activate Selma does do a great job of putting on Rockin' on Rayford, but we end up dabbling in some of the same bands that we have throughout the summer. So if we can think outside the box in the sense of different types of music to get people out here and maybe some different genres, so we can appeal to more people. Not everybody likes beach music, so if we could really get it out there. The model train display issue, I know that we need more. Obviously, it's Railroad Days. Our focus needs to be on rail and displays and stuff like that. The Civic Center can only fit so many people. I think the only obvious solution to that would be like a type of like a wedding pop-up tent that has that's heated or cooled depending on whatever our weather is going to be. The only concern that I can see for that is that we would need to figure out some sort of security for those people's things that are going to be there overnight. But that can obviously go in the parking lot, and it's right there. It's all in the same area, but it can be heated and cooled, and it's obviously it can be.
Or we could use this building.
So I do have a couple things.
Yeah.
that you had done with yours that,
Yeah.
to update. So I think that.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. And then really quickly for the rest of the time for Railroad Days. So I was thinking Thursday, so where we have Friday this year is really where everything starts for us, is if we push it up one day to Thursday. Now keep in mind, I'm just thinking of the amount of people that are going to come every single day is small. They're not going to come every single day. But if we can also, we need to make happy the people in our community. We can't be blocking off all of these streets and stuff like that. So I feel like if we were to expand the carnival and music to Thursday. So if we did, I know I put a little time frame on there. Carnival and music from Thursday, if we did like a 5 to 10, Friday and Saturday 12 to 10, and Sunday 12 to 6. Now, if we have a carnival that has a bigger groups, like a bigger age range for groups, we're obviously going to have people here longer, or we have the ability to, along with food trucks. If we have really cool food trucks that people are interested in, then we have the entertainment, we have from both sides, the carnival and music, and then we have food to keep them here. So then the rest of the week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, other things that bring people downtown but aren't blocking off massive sections of our downtown area or specific streets or anything like that. So a couple of things that I had I was thinking of is like like magic. So like different types of like magicians and things like that, which is like a family oriented type thing where people can come downtown. It could be like you could have magic, like street performers and stuff like that. But just different things that could be on the nights of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, keeping in mind that the majority of people that have children aren't going to be out super late because we have work and school the next day. What else? A couple other side things would be like a pumpkin decorating area. I think we missed that in years previous with it being October. I think it'd be a great way to partner with local farms to have an affordable pumpkin painting area. Kids coloring station, like train related coloring sheets, activities like that. And then progress painters. If we could have a couple of those set up throughout the festival, you get to, so say you get here at say it's a Saturday and you're here for the parade and you get here at 10 o'clock, the progress painter is already set up and they're starting, and you go about your day and you're walking around, and every time you walk past them, they're painting a large scale piece of artwork, and you get to see the progress throughout
That's
the
awesome.
day.
Love
So it's something that's typically completed from start to finish in a 8 or 10 hour period, and it's just something that you get to see from start to finish. It's kind of cool. I think that's really, we need a train or a trolley. We've talked about this before. We have to figure out how we can get this and where we can get it from and how to fit it in the budget. We need a train that would be on a designated route that is cool, like the little kids can ride on it, or if it's, obviously it'd be great if it could be family size, so we could, whether it's traveling from one side of town to the other, you know what I mean, for one part of the event, but I think that's something that we really need to
We
figure
need
out
to
how we
buy
can
one,
get.
but if we could even find one to rent for that
Exactly,
week,
exactly.
We definitely need one.
I
I mean, it's a
agree.
little,
100%.
for 50th, we gotta
Exactly,
have some train, you
exactly.
gotta get.
I agree. All right, so that's pretty much an overall. There's some things that I didn't talk about that are on my thing, but that's pretty much everything that I posted on here. So if you guys could review, please, and then add your notes and then send them back over, that'd be great. And then we will discuss further next Thursday.
Can I add a few
Yes, that'd be perfect.
update? The layout, we are actually able to use the MBA
Perfect.
Okay.
So it's not
Okay.
helps on street closures.
Yep.
It also helps allow us to have streets for more stuff.
Yep.
So that is an option.
You're talking about the lot in front.
Mm-hmm.
Our
Great.
concern
That's what
before
you
though
wanted
was
last
that
year.
was water. It was like mushy and that we weren't able to put anything on it.
There's one section that's a little bit,
Okay.
but the rest of it,
Okay.
the amusement group that we have contacted that is working on, getting us their details, they have already reviewed it and seen it.
Oh, perfect.
Looked at it,
Okay.
I think.
Is it the same one as last year?
It's a combination.
Okay.
But, he's got some other options, so,
Okay.
he's working on getting us that, so I'm actually hoping to have that, and it may be possible by Thursday.
Okay.
We just, we've been talking back and forth, and he's gonna let me know, something, they just finished up their last event, so.
Okay, perfect.
Hopefully we'll have some really good details about it.
Okay, awesome.
So I just wanted to give you a heads up about that layout, but however, I'd like to task the committee with brainstorming about keeping the connection from the downtown to the depot.
Yep.
But, and maybe that's even.
Okay.
But, Harrison for train show option. Yes, the shuttle's been mentioned several times. That is a definite need, especially if we can offer parking off-site from downtown to bring people in. Now we have Eastville, now we have Old North State Food Hall. I don't know if that's an option, but that's something that we discuss too. But Harrison could also be a large, area. I've already spoken with our contacts from the train show, that we've used, that we've been using, and they actually told me that they can reach out to more folks to bring in larger and more, train shows.
Okay.
So that, is an option as well. The entertainment, I reached out to confirm availability for these. Several of them I have talked to a couple months ago. I just want to reconfirm their availability, and I can bring you some lists of options. I've gotten several new contacts from last year that I can bring to you too. That way that the community can decide on what
Okay.
types and that kind of thing of entertainment. So I'll try to have those for you on Thursday.
Perfect.
And then amusement discussion, what we have discussed with the group is Wednesday for Sunday.
Okay.
And the layout and notes that I have, possibly offers like theme days
Yep.
for each day, so that it brings a different crowd of people, but it allows people to come and see something different every day. So that's something that we can combine our notes with the working meeting next week.
Sounds good.
And I have mentioned to our training contacts with our CSX earlier on this year and told them the dates and times that it would be their meeting this year.
Yes. Yes.
And I will say, just brainstorm on the parade. It does appear that the parade time is what brought the most
Yep.
foot traffic to downtown, and it seems to be the same each year. So is the parade, is this something the committee wants to keep the same at the same time on a Saturday, or is it something we're looking at afternoon? That, I just want to put that in front of you, so that that's the base detail, because that's a big draw for railroad days. So I want to make sure that's something that's discussed, and installed before we start releasing the information.
Sounds
It's like we need a parade every day.
Right. Right. Seriously.
People like a parade,
They
man.
do,
Whatever
they
they like,
do.
bring it to them.
Same. Gotta keep that, no doubt about it.
Perfect. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Budget number that y'all
Well, can I be frank about my conversation?
Yeah,
Okay, so
love
my
to hear.
conversation is when I went to the town and I asked, and this is not Nikki, okay? When I went to our leaders and I asked a budget, because obviously we're starting this process now, budgets aren't finalized until July. I was told, we do what we need to do to create railroad days. We tell them how much it's gonna cost and they're gonna figure out how to pay for it. So, obviously it's the 50th and, it's an important year for Selma, as we all know, so, yeah, I mean, I know that there's reserves, so,
I have put some numbers together. for
Yep.
the week planning.
Yep.
that Will give you a good number
sounds good.
that can happen.
Sounds good. And to be fair, I do feel like now that we've had one collectively under our belt, all of us, I think now going into it, I think we know more of what is entailed to put on a more successful railroad days and how far in advance we need to start fundraising and stuff.
You know, the things you're adding.
Yeah.
There's gonna be so much need.
Yeah.
That's why we have to do those subcommittees in
you're
order
right.
to be able to get those handled. Agreed.
I just want to throw one thing out because we got activated Selma, but my whole dream is to have we need an outdoor train outside,
Right.
like Gibsonville. And I mean, we got to talk to the train enthusiasts, but what an amazing thing if we could raise enough money to have, like, hopefully like in a park across the street, an outdoor train the
Right.
size D,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That should be,
I
I'll
agree.
work on that. I might
agree.
get on the train.
All right. All right. All right. Motion to adjourn. All right. Motion to adjourn our special tourism meeting for today. First,
I first.
second,
Second.
for adjourn. Thank you, guys.